If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like nothing's been working out for you, you sit down and you can't write, you're sitting down and you just can't draw, like there is no creative energy coming out of you, this is going to be for you. Welcome to Find Your Purpose podcast. I'm so happy you're here again. I hope you're excited because things are going to get exciting. So, first, we're going to talk about what is our purpose, how do we define purpose, and how are we going to implement that? How is that going to help us? And we're going to talk about creative energy, how to unblock that energy. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like nothing's been working out for you, you sit down and you can't write, you're sitting down and you just can't draw, like there is no creative energy coming out of you, this is going to be for you specifically. I got you. We're going to go through this together. So, let's start with what is purpose. Purpose is a sense of living that is giving you meaning. In different cultures, it is described in different ways. You can pause the video and look through the different types of meanings that people give to purpose around the world. You can take what resonates and leave the rest, but specifically here, we're going to talk about most of us looking for is just a meaningful way of life that leaves us fulfilled. And you can definitely achieve that through a lot of ways, but I found the most successful way to be the one that is connected to your desires that are creative and the things that you wanted to achieve your whole life. That could be your dreams, that could be something you've always wanted, but you just didn't know how to achieve. You didn't know how to get there. So you maybe gave up, or you said, oh, I'm going to do it in the future, but you never really did it. So this is going to be exactly for those people. Are you actually fulfilling your purpose? Do you feel like your creative energy is going through you, flowing, and you're able to freely create without thinking about it, without planning, without structures, without anything? You sit down and you're able to just create, just pour out from your soul, because that's how it feels when you're in your purpose, in your desires, and you don't feel like it's working. You spend hours and hours and hours, and you're just like, wow, time is just flying. And that could be anything. That could be gardening, running, taking care of your kids. That could be anything that makes you feel passionate. Because the funny thing about purpose is that people connect it to work, but that doesn't necessarily mean that purpose should be making you the money, which it almost always does. It almost is the best way to connect those two and make money off of it, because when you're in your purpose, you just naturally make money. But it doesn't have to be connected to work. It could be just something that you're very passionate about and you just want to do it, and aka like taking care of your kids. That could be something like doing stuff for your community. Like you can go and take care of the garden of the community again and again and again, and this just makes you feel happy. It makes you feel fulfilled. You could be that type of person that just feels fulfilled when you give to others, or you can make people laugh. That's a big one. People that are just comedians and could just make everybody laugh. I love those people. And some of them become stand-up comedians, or they have different type of shows, or they become influencers. They could be anybody, but most of the time they just make their friends laugh, and that's enough. That could be their purpose, and that would be the time of the day they would feel most alive, most happy. And that's just beautiful, isn't it? Finding that your purpose is to make other people laugh and other people smile. That is just beautiful. But how do we find our purpose? How do we actually connect with ourselves and see those layers? Because we have our purpose, right? The pure and unfiltered desire of you to do something. But then we have all those layers on top of it that are built by society, by our parents, our friends, colleagues, the environment around us, the country we live in, the religion that we follow. All those things are just layering on top of your purpose. Everything that you want is right there. It's just standing underneath all the conditioning that you received. So once you start peeling off one by one the things that make you who you are and decide which ones actually serve you and the ones that actually don't, you can try and see what's going to come up for you, because we can be an artist, right? We would love to just draw, and it's just our purpose, right? It's in our core, our nature. It's just when we feel sad, we go and we draw something. When we feel happy, we express our feelings on the blank space, and they just become these beautiful images, right? Your way of expressing is this, but your parents told you, oh, you can't really be a painter, you can't be an artist, because they don't get paid very well. And then your teacher said, oh, you actually don't paint that good. Like, we don't really like your style. You don't do that good in classes. You're not focused for many hours. Your style is different to others, right? So you're not going to be successful. And you believe those people because those people are the closest to you, and those are the people that are your authorities. So like, you genuinely believe them even though maybe they're not successful in that area. Maybe that teacher of yours wanted to become an artist and they didn't. And now they project that onto you and you believe them and you wouldn't try because they actually failed. And it just continues on and on and on with other people in your life that would make you question if the desire that you have is actually something that you can make money with, or something that could be doable for you to continuously do. So, the first thing is to look around you and see how the environment that you're living in is treating your desire. Or if you have no idea what your desire is, we'll do a meditation together and we will touch down to our most pure part, which is not judged, which is not cornered with beliefs and behaviors of people that don't really know what you can achieve and how good you could be at all those things. Nowadays, we have so many ways of succeeding and so many unconventional ways of making money. So, even if people don't believe in you and don't believe in your purpose, I'm sure you can find a way. So, follow your passion and your desire, no matter what it is, no matter if you think it's ridiculous, no matter if your parents or your brother or your husband or your friends or whoever wants to give you an opinion thinks it's ridiculous, just go for it. You never know what doors are going to open for you and how you're going to walk through them, because we have specific sets of interests and passion that is tailored to you through your experience, through what you lived through. And there's typically people that have similar desires around you, but if they're not, then those people can't give you an advice. Even those people that have the same passions as you, they don't have the same set of skills. So they probably shouldn't give you an advice as well. Take a look at what your desires are. Take a look at what your deep, deep, deep passions are and write them down. Just get a piece of paper, write down everything that you think that could be your purpose. And just write things you're very passionate about. Like, what is that makes you motivated to get out of bed and feel happy and feel fulfilled? For me, it's traveling. For me, it's traveling and motivating people. Those two things I can do for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, even if I'm not getting paid. I think that's a very, very good way to put it, that even if you're not getting paid for it, you'd still do it. Like, I don't care for traveling. I am paying. It's not that I'm getting paid, like, I am the one paying. But it is my passion and it is my purpose because I love it. And hours literally pass like seconds. I can do it every day, all day. Oops. See, that's a sign. That is my purpose. I am also very delusional about it, but that's part of it. You have to be delusional to be able to succeed, because I was able to turn traveling into a full-time job. I was able to turn it into an income way to get my money, travel, and continuously do it. There were hard times, there's easy times. There's times where I want to quit and go back to a normal job. There's times where I do that and then I come back to myself and I'm like, all right, this is my passion, this is what I do. And I try to do both at a time because it's not going to be easy. It might be your purpose, but it's not going to be easy. Nothing in life is easy. So you should just go with the mindset that it's going to be hard either way. Might as well try what you want to achieve. Try achieving your dreams. Try going for that job you really want. Try going for, uploading videos or whatever it is that you want to do. Just try it, because you never know. And you would never know until you try. So go ahead and do it. How we can find our purpose. I will link down below a meditation that you can do that is specifically connected to how to find your purpose. And I'm going to start talking about the creative energy, because your creative energy will give you guidance on what you should do and how you should do it. Sitting down today, I did not know what I wanted to talk about and how I wanted to put it together. But once I sat down and I closed my eyes and I told myself, what is that one message that I want to give out to people? And the messages just started coming through. When you listen, you'll be surprised how many signs you'd get and how easy it will be to take the first steps. Because every time I'm guiding a meditation for a client, in the beginning they say, oh, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what to do. I have no idea what my next steps are. And the moment that you go into that meditation and you shut down all the outside voices and you just sit with yourself and you ask yourself those questions, when you're in a state of mind where no bad thoughts are gonna arise, it's so interesting what your mind does and how easy it is, actually. Because when you ask yourself, your deep self, they, like, she knows the answer. She or he, they know the answer. You just need to ask. You literally just need to ask, what is my passion? So when you go deep into meditation, just start asking the right questions. You can listen to the meditation that I gave you, or you can just self-guide yourself through that meditation. Ask yourself, what is your passion? What are my next steps? How to take those steps? What do I need to hear? And final signs and signals or something that can guide you through it. And once you do this, you'd be so surprised. I've done this meditation with people that believe in it, don't believe in manifestation or meditations, with myself, and it works every time. It works. You don't need to believe in it for it to work. That's the thing. You don't need to believe in manifestation, meditation, in any of those woo-woo stuff. You can just sit down with yourself and trust yourself that you know the answer. It's not about trusting in something outside, it's about trusting yourself. And in order to follow your desires, you need to trust yourself deeply. And I think one of the most important things is that you trust yourself enough to follow through and to actually hold yourself accountable. Sometimes we want things and we're down to start doing them, but then when we actually need to do them, we're like, oh my god, now I need to do this and that. Like, and how it is for the podcast. I want to have a podcast, but I need to sit down and record those videos every week. And I need to edit them for hours and hours and hours. That doesn't come with just motivation. No, you sit down and you do it because you believe in yourself and because you know this is your answer and this is your next step. So you sit down and you do it. You sit, you close your eyes, you take a deep breath, and you start asking yourself, what is my next step? What should I talk about? Where should I go? How should I do it? And your body will react to it. Your body will give you all the answers. And that's when you can start working with your creative energy and unleashing the creative energy all the way up and down, because your creative energy doesn't disappear, it doesn't go away, it doesn't just go outside of you. It's always inside. You can always tap into it and you can always unleash it. Believe it or not, your creative energy wants to be expressed, and it will be expressed. Either you like it or not, it will come out in different ways. If you do not express it and if you try to suppress this energy, you're gonna actually find out you're gonna be very, very, very sad, because this energy will just be stagnant and will be waiting for you to take the first steps into unleashing it, into making it your reality. But when you take other people's advice, when you don't follow through with your promises, when you decide that you're not good enough and you just give up, that energy suffers and gets pulled down. It stops moving and you stop being creative because you don't believe yourself enough. So your first step about your creative energy is just to feel it, to feel that it's there, to feel that you have that inner energy. And again, you can do that with a meditation. It's going to be quite easy to do that because you're unleashing the meditation. I will link that meditation for you down below. If you think that you can't do the meditation, you can just sit down and journal. 2 cars just crashed in front of me. Not to get distracted, don't forget to follow, don't forget to put the alarm on so you get notified every time that I upload a video. Can't wait to see you next time.